five-headed shark attack. That's right, the multiple-headed sharks are back on Syfy. For those of you who didn't know, this movie is the sequel to Three-Headed Shark Attack, which was a sequel to Two-Headed Shark Attack. And you might be thinking to yourself, Albert, wait a minute. You start with Two-Headed Shark Attack, right? That makes sense to me. And then you go to Three-Headed Shark Attack, logical progression. But then, and bear with me here, you go to Five-Headed Shark Attack, and it feels like maybe we're jumping over a number there. To which I would say, my theory is that this movie started out its life and spent most of its filming as Four-Headed Shark Attack. And then some animator back at Syfy said to his boss, hey boss, look what I can do. Look what I can put an extra head on the shark back here. And so they turned it into Five-Headed Shark Attack by putting an extra head on the tail. I'm not a fan of this choice. This extra head on the tail looks super derpy, partly because it's just shaking itself back and forth the whole time to power the shark through the ocean, because that's still a thing the shark needs to do to move. It still needs to shake its head tail. But regardless of that, I think this is a new high for the series. Which is not to say, like, it's gonna win an Oscar or anything, but Two-Headed Shark Attack, I couldn't get through. I watched a good chunk of it, but it just annoyed me to no end. Three-Headed Shark Attack had that really great sweet spot of so bad it's good charm that just tickled my innards all to pieces. And here we are with Five-Headed Shark Attack, which, while, again, not like a great movie, is actually really competently made. The characters here are, for the most part, not like scratch my eyeballs, I hate them so much. I mean, this isn't about these characters being deep and three-dimensional and like really well realized, but they don't do a lot of stupid things, which was kind of my problem with Three-Headed Shark Attack, because all the characters in that movie kept doing really stupid things. These are at least semi-competent individuals that go after this shark in a way that makes sense. Their encounters with the shark happen because they're looking for it, not because they jumped off of a sinking island and got on a rickety boat and then were surprised that the shark was able to get them after it was strong enough to sink a whole island. I hate Three-Headed Shark Attack. I mean, I love it, but it's dumb. And so you have characters making good choices. They're interesting characters. We have sort of an amalgam of Quint and the surfer bro as the captain of the boat that they ride that ultimately ends up killing the shark. You have the semi-evil director of the aquarium who's trying to capture the shark for the first half of the movie. And the moment that he made his sort of change, I could not believe it. I could not believe it from the beginning to the very end. I was like, wait a minute. No, you set him up as evil. He was like smirking and everything. He was making his underlings go after this shark so that he could make more money at the aquarium. You can't have that guy realize that he's wrong. Can you? Like, surely he's going to stab them in the back. He didn't stab him in the back. When he changed his mind, he legit decided, hey, this is I'm not going to do this, guys. And that was interesting. The other main character that wasn't just shark fodder, and there's a lot of shark fodder in this movie, was a girl who works at the aquarium, and she's, the actress who plays her does a good job with the role. And she's competent in the movie, but the movie doesn't give her anything to do. She's just sort of there for the ride and occasionally drops exposition. So that was disappointing. You could have done more with that character. You didn't. I'm not going to tell you how to make your movie. I would have given her a little more something to do. Anyway, Five-Headed Shark, not too shabby. Those are my thoughts. I really kind of enjoyed it. I thought that it was competently made. All the acting was pretty okay. You know, some of the tertiary characters were a little bit flat and wooden with their deliveries, but what are you going to do? I mean, you're making Five-Headed Shark Attack. You're making it in Puerto Rico, by the way, which I know the Asylum will sometimes do location shoots, and when they do, they're just using people who are local to the area. So I think probably most of these actors are from the area of Puerto Rico or flew out there because they wanted to be in Five-Headed Shark Attack. And, you know, nobody really embarrassed themselves. Again, some stiff deliveries, but it was not to the level of Three-Headed Shark Attack, which had some wonderfully silly and cringe-inducing lines. And I thought that they just did a good job. I did want to mention, when I look this movie up on IMDb, there are no less than 4 directors listed for Five-Headed Shark Attack. I don't know if they were trying to go meta there with the multiple, you know, because it's multiple heads of the movie. But I just don't know, like, I mean, THR is all over this whole, like, Lord and Miller getting replaced on Han Solo movie, right? They're doing all the reporting on that. But when Five-Headed Shark Attack gets 4 different directors, where are you then, THR? What good are you even if you're not going to tell me about this important movie news? I guess we'll never know. Eventually there will be a tell-all book, obviously, about Five-Headed Shark Attack and all the behind-the-scenes drama. But, you know, that's going to be years before that comes out, and I'm disappointed. Anyway, I am really enjoying this first entry to Sharknado week. I hope you guys are too. I hope they keep it up. I mean, we're going to get some duds in there for sure, but I'm going to keep talking about these. If you had some thoughts, leave them in the comments. I'd love to read them. I will reply, probably. And I'll see you probably later on tonight with more Sharknado week coverage. Take care, guys.